This table that you are going to see now is a table about the year that the United Nations really gave Israel permission to settle in their land. It was 708, and it was 1948. Now, it is very interesting. It was a great Rebbe of Jerusalem who lived, in fact, about 100 years ago, passed away about 20 years before the establishment of the land. And he wrote clearly there that this will be the time that Israel will get their land because it fits to the 5th hour on Friday, which, as we know, that one day from God is 1,000 years. So he makes the calculation that if you divide 1,000 into 24, then every year for God is 41 years and 8 months. Then came out, if you take the 5 hours of the morning, which is 17 years, after the beginning of the day, because the Jewish day starts from the evening, it comes exactly to 11 o'clock for God, which is 5708. Clearly the time when United Nations gave permission to Israel, clearly indicated to it. Now we know that many rabbis say that this was like Adam, 11 o'clock, it was like a raw material, it did not have its soul yet, it was only like a body without a soul. So really 11 o'clock when Israel got their land, there's a vessel to get their spirit, definitely, the contents, the real meaning of what Jewish people are. But as we see himself, Rabbi Alfaya wrote in the book that as unfortunately there are evil forces, we should call it Racha, they will do everything to disturb it and to fight against the Torah and religion, what we see today. So let us see first the table, and then I will show you really the Zohar, really better to say this part, which Rabbi Alfaya brings from the Zohar, from Ari, which indicates to this idea. So let us see first the table, which Professor Haralik found it to be quite significant, for 4.5 to 10,000. And then we see clearly the expressions of the prophecies in future about the Jewish people coming back to their land, and the year come clearly this year, which is 1948, which is 5708 after creation. Let us see now what you have here. So you have here the following. You can see here the word Ami Israel, my nation Israel, Yekubats will be collected. Interesting, it comes out, you can see here in the book of Deuteronomy, it's really in one chapter, 32, so it means it's quite significant. Then you can see here also this title, Kibbutz Ami, the gathering of my nation, God says, and Ei Tafshin Chet, which is 5,708, exactly 1948. Now, as I said, you can see clearly that Professor Haralik found out to be statistically 4.5 to 10,000, which is what highly statistic. And then, as we said, this idea of this time, this year, comes from Rabbi Alfaya, as he said about 100 years ago. And then you can see also the explanation about it. So he said here clearly these are the words of Rabbi Alfaya in Hebrew, but in English it is Kol Shah B'Yom Shishi, every hour in the 6th day, which is Friday before Shabbat, as 41 years and 2/3, which is 24 into 1,000 into 24. Then he said clearly, if you will multiply it, which is 11 o'clock, as we said, 70 hours. So it came out with the 12 hours of the night. As the Jewish days, he said, started from the evening, so it comes out to this time. Then what he says also, exactly what really came afterward. It does not say this, but the fact was, Ubemet, this was the truth, that this year the nations of the world gave power to the Jewish people to establish their state, right? And to defend themselves, which was not Alfei Shana, did not was not really thousands before. Then he said afterwards, he carried on and said that unfortunate phenomena which we see today, that so much against Torah, again, religious people are Orthodox all over Beit Shemesh, all these places, terrible hatred. And here he says clearly, this rabbi, he said, don't be surprised to see that so many evil forces against Israel comes out, and clearly because they feel that the Messiah is coming, redemption coming, so therefore they try to do everything lachtiam, to cause them to sin. So it means all this really in fact is a comfort for us, that all what we are going through, unfortunately today, you see the hatred all over in Israel, in Beit Shemesh, this town, how so many people against religious and fighting all over against the Torah, Lapid and Yesh Atid. It means this is a phenomenon which never happened before, and this is what really says clearly, Rabbi Alfaya, that this is what will happen before Mashiach will come. Like we know quite well that the Satan is very worried that Messiah will come, and then all this impurity, all the impure forces will perish, so he's doing everything to stop it. So this is a comfort that really we are very near now to redemption. So let us really do tshuva, repentance, and then we'll merit Mashiach to come soon in our time.